Hi guys, welcome to another episode of this amazing vlog rather, sorry. So you can see that I have Happy New Year, by the way. I'm excited because I'm about to show these people Pepe. So these are my friends. So you guys should introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Jumebi. Hi, I'm Kamsi.
Yes. So before I said I was going to do this, I messaged them properly. Do you guys like pepper? Because everybody that knows me know I love pepper so much. So today we're going to do the spicy noodles challenge, and they've spoiled it for me already because they've gone to buy milk and they have several bottles of water here because they don't trust me. But so you guys should buy your noodles now.
Is that what we're starting with?
Yes.
But let me just say that when Susie texted us that do you like spicy?
I thought she was actually going to send me food. Like I thought she was cooking and
I'm
sending me
like,
food. I didn't know that I had to eat.
And by the way, please, you people have international audience, so don't embarrass me and embarrass yourselves.
Okay.
So,
are we starting now?
Yes, we're starting now. And I'll also be asking them questions to know how much they know me. So I want to know who the real one out of them.
You know, say that a true lawyer doesn't know all the laws or where to find it.
Please,
I might not get the answers now, but I know where to get the answer to whatever question you ask.
Not to find the answer.
Exactly, I might have to ask your brother, but at least I know that if I need the information, I can ask your brother.
That's your business. The questions I'm asking you, they are basic questions. So
basically, the term basic.
Oh my God, Kamsi, can you stop educating me?
This is a scholar.
So 1, 2, 3. Kamsi, I'm serious now.
Okay,
we're ready.
1, 2, 3, go.
I can already feel it. Oh. Can you start the questions? Because the faster we start, the faster we finish.
Kamsi, how far?
can you just go on? Because
Okay,
very
so number 1 question. Who is my favorite musician?
Biscuit.
Good. Wait, what did you want to say?
Waji.
Yeah, but now I think it's Biscuit.
Okay. So I feel that
I can see you just started. It's not even that bad.
it's bad.
Excuse me.
What you guys mean is bad?
I don't know where you're from, but from where I come from, can you just ask your questions?
Sweet. How many kids do I want to have?
3.
What exactly do I want in those kids? Like,
And
Boys and girls now. Twins.
Yes,
Twins.
that's it. You're saying boys and girls. Animals. I'm before you say boys and. So, what's the longest book I've ever read?
with corporate law.
Is she right? Corporate law.
Oh my God! I was never expecting that.
Like that's like the longest thing we've ever had to
my
read.
jurisprudence.
Corporate
No,
law is like
it's
times
fine.
5. So corporate law. Tell me what you read that's longer than corporate law.
What was your answer?
What's the answer?
I didn't even have an answer because
Exactly,
I don't
what
like
was
reading, but
Corporate law, but you had to read corporate, so I'm actually correct.
Yeah. More questions to Kamsi.
who do I talk to on the phone the most?
Ade and those other people.
What are those other?
Those other people. They're like in a group of secondary school people and primary school friends.
You guys have a
She
group
has
chat,
like-
right?
She has like a group of people that she talks to. Like Faye is there and there's one other person is in the UK.
I said the most.
And then you talk to them the most.
Did you say one person or group of people?
No, I said who do I talk to the most?
Them.
The most can't see.
Maybe you talk
Who
to
do
Faye
I
more
talk to
on the
the
group.
most? There is one person I talk to the most.
Faye.
Okay.
I know her name.
I don't know.
I know her name.
Who's the person's name?
Maybe it's your mom, Misha.
I was going to say your mom, but is it your mom?
on the way.
I said on the way. I just said on the way. I swear. Come see, is it that bad?
It's actually not bad.
Who do I talk to on the phone the most? Because like this thing has to go both ways. Because
Yeah, who do I talk to?
yeah, who do we talk to most on the phone?
Who do you talk to?
Most on the phone?
You say your boyfriend, and I don't even know the boyfriend.
Don't
Oh, your mom. Yes, your mom.
Okay. Yeah.
Can't see to her mom.
No,
Not anymore.
not anymore. But now, as in now, present tense. I need current answers.
You don't talk to anybody. How do you know?
She knows me so
She
well.
doesn't talk to anybody.
So she's right.
Yes, she doesn't talk to anybody. Kasi doesn't pick her
I
call.
hate phone calls.
She
like-
doesn't reply her message, so she doesn't talk to anybody.
Wow.
That's actually
Fair.
fair.
Give me a high five. Cause
You can't even
now wow.
concentrate.
Which languages do I speak?
Yoruba.
See.
No, she doesn't speak team. She doesn't know how to speak
You
team.
don't
She doesn't know how to speak.
Have you ever?
She doesn't know how to speak
I don't
team.
speak Yoruba very well. English.
That's all.
That's all now.
What else? That's all you know how to speak.
You guys didn't add French.
You only say French. You actually don't know how to
You
speak
speak
French.
French.
She doesn't.
I went to Alliance Française
but
and I
you don't
did
speak
A1.
it.
Alliance Française. I don't know my Academica's office. I'm sorry. What? Is that not my Academica's office? I wasn't always smart.
Are you serious?
Not that. Yeah, I feel like that's.
By
that's,
the way, let me guys give you this small cheese. It's because of cancer I finished Babcock and law school. If not, I'll probably be in 300 level or so because Kamsi is very, very smart. I say this a lot to a lot of people. Kamsi is the type of person that she has a book before her and she used to give us like tutorials when we were in uni and even in law school she used to give us tutorials and Kamsi writes her notes. And if that note should tear or you say you cannot find the notes, don't even bother looking for her because you are gone. So Kamsi is someone that okay, there's no book here, but if the book is saying this, and this, everything is in her head. So while she's teaching you, her books are closed, and she's saying it word for word.
But that's
like, and I don't understand. That's witchcraft.
I feel like that's the thing.
Because
people don't know. I wasn't always smart. I remember in primary one, when I was in primary one, I actually came last in my class. So like when my report card came in, it was
That's so
like
hard to believe.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. I wasn't always smart. Like I was like 38 out of 38, and for some reason I thought that made me like I thought I had passed. So like I really went home with my report card like really excited, and my siblings showed their report card, and my mom was like, "Oh, come see, bring your own report card," and it was like 38 out of 38, and my parents did not understand why I was smiling, and it's like, "Do you not know that you were last?" I'm like, "What do you mean I was last?" I was like, 38 out of 38. Like, 38 is the highest number, so like how can I be last? So I wasn't always smart. That's why secondary school is like a bitter sweet thing for me, because in secondary school I was bullied so much that because I didn't have that many friends and because I didn't like people, the only other thing I could do was read. That was how.
that makes sense.
Do you understand? Because like I wasn't talking to anybody. I wasn't part of the fine girls or the hot babes. Because I remember in secondary school. When in secondary school, I literally invited people to my birthday party and nobody showed up. That's how bad I was bullied in secondary school. But that's why I said I hate my secondary school. But anyways, so I wasn't.
let
always,
us call out all those people that bully you.
Nah, leave
Like
them, leave
maybe
them.
we'll
They can't
fight
talk to
because
me
maybe
now.
he's a fighter
They can't even talk to
amongst
me now.
the
So
three of us. Maybe we'll
but
fight.
yeah, so I feel like that's the one thing people don't know about me. I wasn't always a smart person. I was forced to be.
But
I
do you
was
Some
forced
of
to
us
be a
we've
smart
just been
person.
there,
'Cause,
like
I didn't have
God's
friends.
grace and inshallah.
We feel about sickle cell patients. Like,
Yes.
in what way?
Like,
Do we
okay, I'll
like
not
them?
say sickle cell patients, but I'll say sickle cell in like general. What do you think?
First of all, I sympathize with or empathize with sickle cell patients, because like I've seen firsthand from you what crisis looks like, and it's not something that I would wish on anybody. But then at the same time, I feel like with the level of education that I have, or like with the level of information that is around us right now, I feel like it's something that people should try and avoid as much as they can, So I feel like one of the first date questions really should be, what is your genotype? Before you get to that point of I love him too much to let
What's your
genotype.
father's name, safe?
Do you understand? Like, oh, I love him too much to let him go. So I feel like before you even get to that point, it should be one of the basic things, because I feel like it's very unfair. It's not even just unfair to the child, it's unfair to yourself, because at the end of the day, you don't have peace of mind because you're constantly in the hospital worrying if this is my child, if this is the crisis that's going to take my child. Do you understand? So I feel like with sickle cell, for those that have it right now, I empathize with them. I'm constantly praying for them. But for going forward with our generation and those that are yet to marry, those in relationships, I feel like sickle cell, having a child with sickle cell is really a choice. So if you can avoid, if you can avoid it. So like, really just make better choices. Like, make that choice not to put yourself and your child in that spot. Just leave the child in heaven. Let the child be chilled. Like, leave the baby in heaven.
Really do agree.
Don't bring somebody down from heaven to suffer, especially if he's not in Nigeria. Like, suffering in Nigeria and then
Suffering in Nigeria is already enough. Like, you don't even have to say just a normal person.
So you drag somebody that's chilling in heaven all the way to Nigeria and then in a sickle cell body again. Like, just make better choices. Like, it's not like sickle cell is not like something like how do I put it now? It's not like you having a child who is born with Down syndrome or having a child who is born with cancer. Those are like choices that you don't get to make. But having a child with sickle cell is really something you have a say in. So like, before you get to that point of, oh, I love him too much to let him go, really think about it. Like, do you want to spend the rest of your child's life worrying about sickle cell? So I feel like advice to myself and to my generation and to Generation Z, because those ones know they hear word, but advice to them, please make better choices. Like, what your genotype should be. First conversation questions, it should be like top priority, so that you don't bring somebody to this earth to suffer.
My scholar friend.
Let me now like introduce like a new dynamic to the whole thing. So I feel like if you find yourself in a situation where you're dating a guy and you are maybe AS and the guy's SS as well. And I mean, there's some people that are just really stubborn. Let's say you want children. You don't have to have those children. You might as well adopt. There's a lot of kids out there that don't have homes, and you must not adopt like maybe a growing child.
Exactly. So that's even another angle. So if you really must be with that person, then have children by another means. Like, you can adopt children. You can even just
And also like take necessary steps. If you do decide that you want to be with that person, right? Let him get a vasectomy. So there's nothing like there was a mistake and you had a child and the child is now you tie your tubes, get
IUDs. Like,
these are like practical things that people
there
can
are things that you can do. Like, do you understand? Because I feel like she said, like, if you really feel like, okay, I love this person too much that I cannot not marry this person, then you should be able to make those harsh decisions that come going forward. Like the fact that I will not be able to have a health. There are chances that your child might be AS, but why gamble? Do you understand? So you should be, if you decide that, okay, this is the path you want to take, then you should also acclimatize with the fact that there are harsher decisions that you would have to take going forward, and you need to be okay with those decisions. Do you understand? So you need to be okay with the fact that, okay, I'm staying with him, but I might not be able to have the whole joy of motherhood, of carrying my own child for 9 months, because at the end of the day it might not turn out well. So you need to be okay with the idea of adoption. You need to be okay with the idea of,
and if you do want to like carry your own child, then I'm sorry, you have to look for somebody else.
Do you understand?
Like if you're so keen on having like children from like,
because I keep telling people, one of the best gifts God gave us is the gift of choice. You have that thing, like every choice you make has its own consequences. So you know that if you are AS and you have decided that the love is so strong that whether you like to say whatever you say, that the love is like that the love is killing you and you must be with this person, then be ready to do what comes after. Like, because I understand, like, I can really, because it really is not an easy thing walking away from somebody that
it's easy to say,
because it's easier said than done, because I can imagine that it's really not. Imagine me now that out of the way all these Lagos boys have shown me Pepe, I will now find one boy that has decided that he's different, and then I'm just supposed to like walk away. I will stay, but then we will have to make that harsher decision of the fact that we will not have our own kids because of what it might do to that child.
And also take practical
Do you
steps
understand?
to make
So
sure
something
that you
must
guys
go
don't
for
have-
something. It's either the love or the child.
How did you guys feel the moment you knew that I had a crisis? Like your first time that I knew, damn it. Like, what was your reaction?
For me, I felt bad. Like, I actually felt bad for you. Because the first time you probably had a crisis that I heard of, we were not friends then. So, like, I was just like, this girl's having crisis. Yeah, sorry for her. Because, like, we're not friends then. But, like, I felt bad because I have a cousin that was sickle cell before. So, I know what the pain must have been like for her. So, I felt bad for you that you were going through that. But I remember the very first time I saw Celeste having her crisis. Like, I was just asking her, like, all the questions. Like, where does it hurt? Like, how is it doing you? Like, is it your head? Is it your joints? Like I really just wanted to know what I could do to ease her pain. Because I remember there was one that she had, and Celeste was like, she's tired. I'm like, Boya, you're tired. Like, what do you mean?
That you took me to the hospital, it was last year September.
I'm like, what do you mean you're tired? Like, tired of what? She'll say, I don't want to do that. I'm like, this one is okay. Like, please. Like, and it was just us in the parlor. And she was really saying all these things like, Kamsi, I don't want to die. I'm like, God, please. Like, so in that moment, whenever I see Celeste having her crisis, like, I just always want to do whatever I can to ease her pain. Because normally, seriously, you know me, like, I don't like people touching me. But whenever Celeste is having a crisis, she always wants to, like, hold my hand. And as much as I don't like it, I let her do it because I feel like she's in a lot of pain. And if that's what it takes, like, to ease her pain.
Kamsi is our friend, and whenever she's coming to the hospital, she comes with goodies. That's the only time.
So like that's like cause not like I don't like people touching me, but she always wants to hold your hand. So I'm like, okay, if this is the one thing that I can do to ease her pain, please hold me as long as you are not tired. Cause she's always like, oh, I'm tired. And then sometimes she'll be like, she's tired. Her mom is like, seriously, don't be tired. I'm like, hey.
What should I tell her?
Which I want to say. But generally, like when I see her having her crisis, like I feel so bad. So like that's why whenever like, cause being friends with her mom already like lectured me on like the telltale signs. It's like, oh, once her eyes are getting yellow, Kamsi, make sure she drinks her water. So even like when it's beginning to look like white, but like off white.
In Bangkok on the road, Kamsi will come, she say, open your eyes. Give me a break. Someone say, open your eyes. Let me see.
Always check her eyes.
Are your eyes yellow? Oh yeah, where's your water?
Do you understand? Like her mom always told me to check her eyes. Like that was like a telltale sign. And then I realized that whenever she has like her cramps or whenever she has malaria, like a crisis is not too far off. So once it gets to those things, I'm always like on her case. Like the time she had malaria, and then she said she was going to work the next day, that she don't want them to think she was incompetent. And then she went to work. I told her, I was like, seriously, don't go to work. And she went to work, and the next day she had a crisis. Do you understand? Like, so I feel like at first I used to empathize with her, but now I just always want to do whatever I can to ensure that she's not in pain. So yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't think I've ever been with you when you're like having a crisis, but like after.
Yes.
The one I remember very clearly was back when you were in Iberu campus medical clinic, and it was after a class. I just had suicide crisis. I said, so I think I rushed. I think it was me and somebody else. I came in and I can't remember. So I rushed to the clinic, and then when I walked in to your like the place where they were keeping you, and you looked at me, the first thing I noticed were your eyes. Your eyes were so yellow. No, seriously, those what you do.
Do you know because of Siri? And now that you even said Bangkok, I remember that because of Siri's crisis one time, I missed one of Udombana's.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, because like I was so angry. Now I was angry, but not with like Siri.
Yeah.
But like I remember it was. I'm not going to mention it because he probably watched it, but he was supposed to take attendance for Udombana's class. because no, like you don't manage to do all those things of like if you're in class, you really you not. So like I had gotten to class that day, and I knew that the woman was asking questions that day. But like I had gotten to class, and then maybe someone told me like, "Oh, come, Ceci had a crisis," and I told him, I'm like, "Oh, I'm coming. I'm rushing to the clinic."
Even me, that had the crisis, he showed me Pepe.
I ran to. I'm like, "Please, I need to leave the class like right now."
So that will be all on today's vlog. I hope you guys had an amazing time with my beautiful friends. I will bring them another time because what is
No, it's just like without the noodles though. Like you can bring
Yes,
it
thank
without
you.
the noodles thing.
another time, Sha? Yes. So this year I'll try to be bringing up some important people in my life so that you guys can hear their opinions about sickle cell anemia. So until next time, bye. Can you guys not say bye bye?
Bye.